Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Yeah. So we are discussing about the SAP work process, right? Dialogue, we have discussed update, NQ, background, batch jobs, message server, gateway. So up to gateway, so we have discussed. Today we'll discuss about the spool work process. So what is meant by spool work process? Where it is used in the spool work process? So the concept of the spool work process is for the printer printing printing the document print request from the SAP. So that time we will use the spool work process. The spool work process will take care of the all print related request and send the print request to the printer. So printer. So it will send the request to the printer. Either any printer. Either any printer, it will send the printer to first of all printer and it will help to through the output. So that is the work, the spool work process will take care of that part, right? The spool work process will take care of that part. For the spool, so printer, during the printer administration, the spool work process will be used during the printer administration. So the spool work process will be used. So printer administration means here we will use the three transaction codes for the printer SP01, SP02, SPAD. So SPAD is for the printer administration, which means spool administration, which means if you want to configure the printer. So if you want to configure the printer to SAP, we want to change the output, paper style, A4, A3, everything custom formats, Chinese form, any print, anything. You can do anything in the, we want to log the printer, anything we can perform from the SPAD. That is called the spool administration. AD means administration. So these are the outputs, SP0102 for the outputs to check the my print request successfully completed or status, which means like we can say like status checking we can check from SP01 and SP02. But AD is for the entire configuration purpose. We will use the spool AD. So if we go to the here, the first of all, we should define the printer. So this is our SAP system. This is our SAP system, right? This is our SAP system, included SAP and DB. It is included here in the same post example. Okay. So here I have one printer in SAP. Every day the pay slips, payments, statements, everything will be stored into the SAP level, right? SAP through SAP it will process it. So I have the printer here in my home. I have the printer. Suppose like in our office or home, you have the printer. There is a situation to print some document. There is a situation or something like some pay slips you want to print it. In every organization, if you go, there is a printer, right? Printer. You have the printer here outside of the some of the cabin or first floor or second floor. You have the printer. So you have the SAP system here. So first of all, what we have to do, we need to integrate this printer into the SAP. First of all, we need to integrate this printer into the SAP level. We have to integrate it. So from which transaction code? We have to use the SPAD is the transaction code. Here we have to use for the integrating the printers, configuring the printers and everything. So, right. So first of all, we need to use this printer. So suppose example, in my home, suppose take example in my home or office, I have the one printer. So that is the maybe HP printer, Lenovo printer, Dell, Xenon, maybe color printer, jet printer. So barcode print, whatever it may be, I have the printer in home. I want to integrate that printer into SAP. So I want to integrate. How to do that? Why? Because here the first time when you are doing the some printer, suppose in every screen, if you see here, there is a print option, Control P. If you use the Control P, the print option is there, printer option. Suppose if you go to the any, suppose like the CCC, right? The CCC used for the payrolls as well. In the payroll also, in the payroll also it will be used. In the payroll also that will be used. The ECC will be used in the payrolls. Payrolls means the actually the ECC is the real-time transaction system. So which means so we can use for the payrolls as well. Payrolls means so salaries. the processing of the salaries and everything, we can use it. We can use this payroll. Suppose there is a one payroll. I want to start the payroll or something, whatever it may be. I want to print one document here. So I want to print one document here. So there is a transaction called SAP HR. SAP HR is the functional model. So they will they will do the all these activities: employee creation, payroll, bank statements, everything, HR form, print and mail. So there is a set of actions are there here. So they will do all the functional team. They will perform the all these activities and everything. They will take care of all these things. So, but from our side, we have to build the system. We have to hand over the system, some configurations, and we have to hand over the system to functional people. They will do all these things and everything, right? Suppose I want to print something like here, not only this current payroll period. I want to some pay slip. I want to just from the pay slip, I want to print it. So just to click on the OK button, there is nothing is there. We need to fill everything here. We need to fill the all the data here. But currently we don't have any data, so nothing we will come. Maybe we'll see here monthly the personal number, which means employee number we have to define here. But currently we have not created any employees in the SAP system. Just we are only there. So maybe we have not defined any employees as well here. Let's see whether we have anything or there. Nothing is there. No one is there here. We have not defined anything. Any employee number we have not created here. Payroll area, anything is created. So here, so suppose if you use, suppose I want to print this one. I want to print this one. So just there is a button here. Just click on the execute button, print button. But here it is asking the form name and everything. Which forms and everything. They will define it. The functional people, they will define it. So they will define the forms and everything. Inactive. Okay. Leave it this one. I want to print this one. Okay. Just click on the print button. So I want to print all these buttons, data, tabs, everything to one paper. So in this case, so I just used this one. Just click on the print button. Then it is asking the, if you go to the, it is asking the printer, which output device, which printer you want to print it. So you have the printer already there here. Then the printer will be displayed here. But here we don't have any printers, right? Here we don't have any printers here. You can see there is only one default printer, LP01. That is the default printer, which will come as part of the installation. So I selected this one. So I selected this one. But I selected this one. I want to all the pages should be print. So print time. Immediately I want to print. So then just click on the continue button, which means there is a request number generated and it's sent to the printer, SAP printer LP01. This is the local printer. So which means it will not send any output to the printer, my printer. Why? Because the printer is not digest, it's a local printer. LP01 is the local printer. So local printer. So which means, so I have just sent this printer. I want this paper to be all the pages, whatever the pages are there here. I want all these pages should be print to, so that printer, it should come from, when you just click on the print button, the paper should come from that printer. The paper should come from that printer. But currently there is no paper there. Currently there is no paper. There is no printer. So just is a dummy printer. So, but I have real printer is there in my office. I have the real printer. I want to configure. Every employee should use that printer. Then in this case, what you have to do, you have to go to the SPAD. Am I audible, right? Something is happened again.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you can see in SPAD transaction, suppose I want to configure my new printer. In office, I have a new printer. In my office, I have the new printer. So this is the new printer. The printer name is called the, suppose like HP color printer I have in my office. I want to integrate this printer into my SAP system. In this case, what I have to do, I have to go to the SPAD, Spool Administration Transaction Code. There, just click on the output device. Here we have only one output device is there. One output device. Just click on the pencil symbol, change. Pencil symbol means change button here. So you want to create new printer here. just click on the create button. Okay, create button. So here there is a form generated. Maybe you can say like it's like office printer, right? Maybe you can give the shortcut like office. So shortcut name means so here you can see here. So this is the printer I have opened here. Let me through first starting onwards. So here by default we don't have any printers here. I want to just create the printer now. I want to assign the printer. One printer I have to create. I want to integrate my home printer, my office printer to SAP. In this case, I'm going to the SPAD. So just you can use the suppose like office, something like that office, and short name is for the anything you can use just to remember purpose. So otherwise, if you leave it, SAP will take care of the short name. Okay. Here, print device type of the printer here, device type. So which printer you have? So maybe which printer you have? So either so brother printer, Canon printer, HP printer. What is the printer? When you purchase the any printer, there is a printer model and name of the printer, right? So same as like here, many printers you can integrate to the SAP. Suppose like your printer is the Canon printer, some Z series or PS series or PCL, whatever, lips printer. Okay. Just for example, I have given the dummy printer. Okay. So spool server name. What is the spool server? Spool server means our SAP system only. So where we have, so we can give the spool server name here. So where your spool work process. Why? Because this entire printer administration, when you give the print, the spool work process will take care of your request and will help to print out the paper from printer. That is the spool work process will do. So for that reason only we are discussing about the spool printer administration, right? So the standard printer, the standard class we are using. Suppose any printer model, maybe if you have the model of the printer, you can use that model. Suppose every printer there is a name and a model, right? Suppose here something like ABC I have given. Location HYD I have given. Message is not required. So then go to the access method here. Access method. Here the print methods. Which method you want to use? So which method you want to enable for the users? You have the multiple printers are there. So here, here the direct operating system call method. Suppose you have the in Windows, you have the spool server is available, spool service, you can use the direct operating call and external output management. So the output is for the external, then you can use the E. F for front end printing, print on the front end computer. So in your computer, you have the already printers are exist in your desktop, already some printers are configured. You want to use that printer, you can use that printer. So like that, we have the local printer, then remote printer. So email to receiver, you have the some email. Suppose you want to send the printer to email, then your email to receiver. So print using this some SAP protocol, Berkeley protocol. For Windows, we will use this one, Berkeley protocol for the Linux systems. So like that, there is methods, list of methods are there in the printer. So I will explain in deeply what is mean by how it will be used. So local printing methods and everything, how it will be used. So I will explain in deeply. So don't worry. So suppose here I want to use the front end printer. Who is what is the host printer? Suppose like just you can give the host printer, where the printer name, the printer IP, that IP or whatever it may be, you can give it. So output attributes here. So you want to print the print mode. You want to use the both the sides or only one side or both the side or reverse order. So whatever it may be, I want to print the which tray you want to. Every printer there is a trace, right, for papers. Which tray you want to use it. So that printer trace we can. If you don't use the default, if you use the default, automatically the system will take care of. This is the color printer. I selected. If you don't have the color printer, you can remove color printer. So tray information. So the tray, maybe if you leave it, that is not a problem. Anything, any print, either A4, A3, D. So there are some printer formats are there, page formats. You can use anything here. print options here. Anything if you want to set anything, no, if you don't want to, then just click on the save button. We have forgot to give the host printer here. Our IP, our printer IP example, if you take the, so this is our printer IP. Every printer there is a IP, right? So that printer I have given, just click on the save button. These are the dummy details I have given. Then my output device office was saved. So now I have integrated my office printer here. That is the Canon printer. Location is HYD. Then that is called the front end printing. So now I want to print something here. I want to go to, suppose like I want to print here. Then I can use the Control P option. So just click on the print button. I want to use not LP01. My printer is there here. My printer is there, which means office printer is there. Just click on the office printer. Then immediately I want to print here. Just click on the OK button. Then immediately the spool request number is generated. It's sent to the my office printer. It's sent to the my office printer. So which means if really my office printer is exist, which is in the working condition, definitely I will get the output from the printer. Definitely I will get the output from the printer. Immediately the printer, if the printer is on, the paper is there, really the printer the printer is exist, the details are correct, everything, the details are correct and everything, then you can see that definitely the print come from the printer. So now I want to check my printer successfully, the print successfully completed, so or not. So I will go to the SP01 transaction code here, SP01 transaction code here. I will go to the SP01 transaction code. So I want to check the output of the request. You can see the output of the request office printer successfully completed. So which means the IP, everything is pinging. But so if I check that one, there is no printer. Its status is successfully completed. So it's a processing by this spool work process is completed. But there is no printer here. But the printout, it won't come from the printer. Why? Because there is some problem with the printer. The problem with the printer. So SAP side is successfully completed, but there is no printer here. That is the reason you can see possibly it's printed. But here if I see here in my home, I don't have any printer which I created. I don't have the IP. I don't have Canon printer. I don't have that page. Nothing is there. Just dummy details I have given, which means it's successfully printed. Means the request is successfully completed from the SAP side. SAP side successfully completed. So waiting means so waiting for the output format, the LP, whatever the format you have given, that is waiting for that one, which means the local printer, that is a dummy printer, right? So that is the reason here in SP01, you can see the spool request for yours. Suppose I want to check the spool request for all users, then go to the SP. So that is for the you directly you will get the your inbox spool request of the inbox for the SP02. SP0 for the you can check, or you can check the all users. So you can just remove the user, just click on the OK button, you will see the all. Suppose I want to check the yesterday's was well, then give the 15 date, then check it out. I want to check the all the days, then go to the here, I want to check the all the clients, not only 000, all the clients, then just empty it, just click on the button, see how many prints generated. See from not only 000, so 001 client also the prints generated. Who generated this one? So normally either the users or background jobs will create these prints normally. So whenever the job completed, it will generate the one spool request, right? That spool request is called the, this is the one that is spool request. This is the spool request here. This is the spool request here. Someone printed the all the gateway parameters they have printed. Here we can see the what's there in that printout, what format, what's there, what is the page they have mentioned. So all the information here we can see from here. Suppose we have completed request, if you see, we printed this home page of the all the payrolls and accounting, release, salary, that paper we printed, that screen. So that is there in the printer. So this type is for the what's there, what is the print, is the bank statement, salary statement, what is that? So that information here we can see. Just if we click on the above list, so that will be displayed here. Whenever the job completed, the program executed, it will generate the output in the paper. It will throw the print request to the printer, dummy printer. See here. So all the information is displayed. This is the printer creation and the printer administration. Here, when you are using the printer, that time here the spool work process will be used here. The spool work process will be used for the printing purpose. So when the spool work process will be used, so if I go one step further, when that will be used means, here I will explain the flow. So I will explain the normal flow of the printer administration here. Okay. So here you can see here the methods which we are using, right? So let's discuss about the printing methods. Here we have the local printing. So local printing methods. So normally we have seen when you are creating the new printer, when you are adding to your SAP system, we go to the SPAD is the transaction code, go to the output devices, click on the change mode, then click on the create symbol. Here you have the print method. Suppose like test printer. Just there is a go to the here, there is a methods, right? The method, which method you want to use it. So like front end printing, local printing, remote printing. So which method you want to use it? So now we have to, depends upon your scenario, your company scenario, your customer scenario, you have to use that printer. Now we'll little bit discuss about the printing. Local printing, the printing methods, right? Local printing. Here, local printing means SAP spool work process and OS spooler. In the OS level, there is a service spooler that will be on the same host. That is for the local printing. Everything is in the same host. Simply say everything is in the same host. In my same host, in the same operating system I have. So spool server also installed. If I go to the here, in the same system, SAP spooler. There is a spooler. Yeah, you can see the print spooler. It will come as part of the Windows. So SAP spooler. The same operating system spooler is running, and the same operating system our SAP work process also, the spool work process running. This is called the local printing. Both are in the same. Then it is in the both are in the same. It is for the spool. It is the local printing. Here we can see here either C for the direct operating system call, we will use it here. This is the method we will use it, or L for Unix. Unix. So if it is a Windows, your operating system is Windows, you can see this one C. If it is the Linux, you can use for the L, print locally. Linux operating system you can use for L. So if it is the Windows, you can use the C direct operating system call, you can use it. Direct operating system call, you can use it. Depends upon your scenario. Some people they will use the local printing. Some people they will use the remote printer. So front end printer. So whatever it may be. So you have to choose that option here. Which one they have to configure? So here we have the options are there. You have to choose either any one of the options. So that is the local printing means. So here we will use the either C method or L method. L for the Linux. For Linux we will use. So this L method we have to suppose your SAP and print spooler both are in the Linux, then you can use L method. Type L. So if it is the Windows, you can use the C. You can use it. Then the next one is called the remote printing. This is the opposite to the local printing. So here the spool work process and OS spooler both are in different host. As I told you, right, is both are in the same host, but remote printing is for the both are in the different host. Different host means remote host. I don't want to put everything in the my SAP server. I have some separate OS is there. I want to put SAP on the same host. Here for yes and U we will use it. Yes, using it is a Windows, we will use yes, right? Then U for Unix Berkeley protocol. This is for the remote Berkeley protocol. They will use it. Yes and U. Suppose it is the Windows. Your remote server is the Windows. Then they will use the yes. If it is the Linux, then they will use the U. U for Unix. Linux or Unix, whatever it may be. Okay. So that is the printing methods we have to use it. That is the printing method we have to use it. Okay. The front end printing. So the next one method, next printing is called there are three types actually. There are the three types of methods. Three methods are there. So local, remote, and front end printing. So front end printing. So front end printing. It's a very important, guys. Sometimes they may ask you questions on the printers as well. So when you will use so what are the types of methods? Local, remote, front end printer. The local printer. So your system is Linux, which method you will use it? L method. If it is the Windows, C. The same time, the remote printing. So if it is the Windows, S method and U method, we have to use it. So CLSU. Just like that, you can remember CLSU. Now front end printing. So front end method means locally configured on your PC. Suppose in your laptop you have already the printers are configured in your laptop. You have already some printers are configured in your laptops. That time you can use the front end printing, which means the method we will call it as the F means the printing. In our local we have the already printer. Suppose like this is company provided laptop. If you see the printers and scanners, you see it's already by default you will get the some printers. Suppose like in my laptops I have the print to PDF, fax. There are some papers are there. See, you can also add some printers in our local laptop. You can also add some network printers. You can add it. You can also add it to your local laptop. You can add it in Windows systems. So when you are adding, when you use this method, suppose like when you use the F front end method, so SAP will use that method. SAP will use those printers. Then SAP will use those printers and it will throw the errors here. It will throw the printers here. Suppose I have given the attributes here. Then just click on the save button. Yeah. So I have created the test printer. I have created. So now I want to print. The all this spool work process, all this paper. I want to print all this page. I want to print here. So there is a printer option. Just Control P. You can type it. So here output device you need to choose it. What is the output device? What is the printer? You have to print it here. Go to the here. Select this one. Here you can use the test printer. Test, right? You can use this one. I want to print immediately. Just print. Number of copies. I want to. So which printer you want to? So when I select this one, here you have options, right? Whatever I have the fax. So it's in the remote server. This is in the remote server, right? But just minimizing in my local desktop. In my local desktop, I have some printers, right? Fax, Microsoft PDF, XPS, one desktop, OneNote desktop, OneNote for the Windows. I have the total 5 printers are there here. So my remote desktop also, when I use the front end printing, you got the screen, like which printer you want to choose it. Same printer, it's redirected to the here, right? Redirected to the here. How? Why? In the previous, when you used the local or remote printer, you did not get this option. Now you got the option. Why? Which means we are using the front end printing. So when you go to the, what is that? Outside printer to printer. Suppose if you go to the one shop, if you go to the one shop, you want to do the some print of the one PDF. You want to give the print PDF, one of the document or your pay slip or salary. You want to send that printer. You go to the printer shop. So they ask you to send the email. They will open the document and they will just click on the Control P option, right? Control P option. They will click it out. When you just click on the Control P option, right? They will get the same output. They will get it out, right? Here same pop-up they will get here. From there they will open. They will choose the which printer they want to give it. Which printer? Suppose like they will type, maybe if they remember that word, they will type so they will type this one. If they knows, they will type. Yes, they knows, they will type it. Otherwise, they will select it. They will, they will choose it. They will choose it. So then they will choose it and immediately they will select so which one is free now. Either like that in the scroll bar, in the menu bar, they will choose which printer is the HP print, whatever the printers they have configured locally. So they will select that one. Just click on the print symbol. Then so it will be the number. Every print there is a one number generated. Every print. So there is a, see here the quick notes opened. I selected the note. Every printer, every printer. So there is a no, there is a number will be created. That is a spool request number. Every sprint, there is a spool request number created. That is sent to the test printer. I want to check that my print status now, SP01. If we go to the here, so just click on the OK button. Then you will see that is also completed status. That is also completed status. You can see that is also completed status, which means successfully it's sent. Okay, so which means it's successfully sent to the my printer. Suppose I want to print one more print my home page. Just click on the print. So here I want to select so one more print. I want to do the fax print to PDF, my local printer only. Then immediately see here, immediately the printout, it is asking me to save it. It is asking me to save it, SAP, something like that. SAP. It's saving as a print PDF. Why? Because I have given the print PDF. Then done. I have given the print PDF. Then it is stored. It is saved as print PDF. It is saved as print PDF. It is saved as the print PDF. See, my local printer, my remote to local is saved as the print PDF. Something format is wrong, saved as the PDF format is saved, so not completely saved the data. So which means, so whenever you hit here, so it will go and it is reading the local, which is means front end printing, which is called the front end printing in SPAD. So depends upon your situation, depends upon your project requirements, you need to choose the printer method. This is the method is very important here. This is the method is very important. Depends upon the situation. You need to use the printer here. You need to use the which protocol you want to use it. You want to use it. You want to print to your email. You want to send the print to your email. So then you can also get the emails as well. You can also get the email as well. So like that, whatever you want, you can set it here. The methods are there here. Maybe you can set the email address as well here. Then you will get the print to your email. You will get the email to your emails also. You will get it out through SAP. You will get the attachment to your email. You will get out like that. Anything you can configure from the SAP. It's possible. So not only here. So just if I say example, in the airports, in the shopping mall, we have the barcode scanner, printer. So like we have the scanners everywhere in the bottles, label printer. So suppose you want to label, you want to sticker the label on the print one of the bottles. You have the bottle company, water bottle company. You are using the SAP. You want to do the some prints. So then you can also use the label printer, barcode printer. So whatever in the airports, we will use the barcode scanner. Everything we can use, everything we can integrate to the SAP. We can use it from the SAP side. That's possible from the SAP side. So maybe we can also see the some example in the YouTube. Also, you have the so many are there. So barcode printer, label printer, scanner. So everything is there. So maybe if you have the barcode printer, that is also we can scan it. We can also that scan it. Sorry, SAP barcode label printer. You can also see that one. So you can also, they can print from the label barcode implementation, how to do that one barcodes. So label stickers. So in the bottles, we have to do the bottle stickers, custom barcode label printout. So everything, so you will get from the SAP. Everything you will get from the SAP. It's possible. This address much.
He celebrated with the big, bold, beautiful Nissan Magnite.
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
You can see
Welcome
here,
to our presentation. आज आपको दिखाऊंगी
here they have the printer, they have the printer, barcode printer, they have the SAP screen they have opened in the other side. So they have integrating this one to this barcode printer to SAP using the SPAD transaction code. Then
कैसे
they will
आपको
print
दिखाने
it.
के लिए
They will print it. See here how they are printing, how the print is coming. So like that, they are getting the print from the SAP side. So you can see barcode printer, how they are getting printer. See here label printing, barcode printing. So whatever it may be. In the airports
अब
also,
इस पे स्कैनिंग करके
so
आपको दिखाएगा।
scanner, scanning, everything. So they will get the airport in the airport also. We have the bags. They will scan it and labels. They will sticker it, right? So that is also they are using the SAP. Some companies they will use the SAP. So one of the company, so US company, maybe that is called the drink Arizona. That is the fruits beverages related company Arizona. So they are using the SAP. They are using the SAP for this print the labels. Suppose here you can see in the bottle you can see their labels, right? So entire the SAP will take care of all this label printing and everything. SAP will take care of all this printing and everything. Purely they are using the SAP for the printing only. SAP machine they are using for printing only. So everything, all the labels and everything it will print. So entire this company they are using the SAP for printing. If 1 minute delay, 2 minutes delay happens also during the print, so they may get some loss, financial loss. Why? Because the trucks will not go forward, then it may delay the operations and everything. So entire their operations, everything they will concentrate on the printing only. So printing only. So everything will be this is the company they are using for the SAP. Why? Because one of my friend is working on this company. That is what I'm explaining. Okay. So same as like not only here. So many are there. So in the industry, many are there. They are using the SAP for the printing purpose. So for anything, for any printer, barcode, scan, whatever it may be. So you have to do the same homework here. First of all, you need to integrate that printer here. So then based on that, you need to check whether you want to give the remote printing, local printing, whatever it may be. Then based on that, you need to configure the number of printers here. That is what we have to do it from here. So how this prints works, how this print work, normally how this will. So I think it is clear for you. Now the process flow, how the spool work process will take care of these printers. That I will explain it now. Okay, I will explain it now. Okay, so normally who triggers? Normally our dialogue, we are users are dialogue work process. We means dialogue work process, dialogue users are and background jobs. So background work process will trigger the spool. Only these two will trigger the either spool, either dialogue, DIA, or so BTC. BTC means jobs will trigger the print, right? Maybe we will put like this only. We will put it out. Then once you done it, so once you done that one, right? Immediately you given the spool request is sent from dialog or batch work process to the there is a temse there is a from temse means spool database. Spool database. There is spool work process. There is a small database. Either temse. There is a table actually. Temse table. So our voice level. So there is a temse folder. It will generate. It will store all the spool request. All the spool request. It will generate it. Right. It's sent from the dialog work process to temse. The first of all temse is the spool work process here. There is a one small temporary database, spool database here, temse. Okay. Okay. Temse database. Okay. Yeah. So then what you will do, you will open the SAP, you will log into the system, then you will open the SAP through dialog user, a batch user, then you will give the print, then immediately it will go to the temse database, right? The temse database. This is the database, this is a small table. So whatever it may be, it is a small container, it will store the all the spool request and everything, right? The spool request, the spool work process, then once the data is stored here, immediately the spool work process, the spool work, this is the spool work, we can say in the spool work process, you can see the here spool work process. The spool work process, it will read the spool work process, it will read the data, it will read the data spool number from the here, it will read the, so spool, it will read, suppose like it will read the request from temse. It will read the request from temse. Spool work process will read the request from temse, and spool work process so read, and it will format the output. It will convert the output, format the output to the, it will read and it will convert. Why? Because whatever the method you are using, maybe front end method, local printing, whatever the method you are using depends upon the operating system method. So it will convert, this spool work process will convert to the, spool work process will convert to the operating system understandable format. Operating system understandable format will convert. Then it will send the data to the OS spool. First of all, it will read, then it will format. Format means it will change the description to OS understandable format. That is called the format. It will send the request to the OS understandable format. Then what will happen? Then the spool work process will send the request to the spooler, the printer, whatever the option you have method. Then the spool work process send the to OS spooler, OS request. Maybe it's our front end printing or OS print, whatever the local method, it will send to that printer. So that printer to the OS spooler, it will send the request to the that OS spooler, it will send the request. Maybe I can take test here, I will write it out, OS spooler. Then OS spooler will send the request to the printer. Simple. Here printer is there. We have, it will send the request to the printer. Okay. So what will happen here? So first of all, you logged into the system, right? As a dialog user, you are the dialog process taking. So you are the dialog user. Then you have one document, you have just send the print. So that print, that data will stored into the spool data stored into the temse table. Temse is the one of the data, temse database or temse spool related database. Maybe you can call it as, you can call it as anything, right? Here, once the data is stored here, what the spool work process in the above system, it will read that request, then it will convert, it will format to OS understandable format. It will convert. Why? Because here you are not sure whether you are using the OS either the Windows or Linux. If it is the Linux, it will convert it will format the request to the OS understandable format, and the spool work process will send the data to the OS spooler. The OS spooler, what will happen? Once the OS spooler receives the data, then immediately it will send the data to the printer. That is the process flow of the entire architecture, the entire printer. How you will get the paper from the printer when you logged in here? You are just seeing the, when you give the print, you are getting the printer, you are getting the paper from the printer. How you are getting from here to here? So in between, you will get this type of data. This will happen in the entire data. This will happen. How the work process will read, format, it's sent to the request. So that is the spool work process will take care of the all these things and everything. Reading the data from the temse and formatting and send the request to the OS spooler. So spool work process here, you are doing the 3 actions: reading the data, formatting, and sending the request to the OS spooler. And OS spooler service will send the request to the printer. That is what here we need to check. So some printers related. This is the navigation flow. Okay, so something is happens here. We need to check the logs here. Suppose your prints are not coming from the paper, then we go to the SP01. Maybe you can check. Maybe you can check the failed one. So you will see the failed ones. So failed ones, you can see why it is waiting for the what? Waiting for the printer. OS output formatter. Output format. It's waiting for the output formatter. So spool work process waiting for the output formatter. It's trying to send to the OS spooler, but it's stuck in the formatter only. But it's not sending to the OS spooler. If send it to the OS spooler, it will give the printout. But here not sending to the OS spooler. Why? Because here we are not used any method. We are using the SAP default method. We are using here default standard one we are using. So it will not send to the anything here. It will not send to the anything here. Okay, it will not send to the anything. Why? Because here, so just we are using the LP01, something like that we are using here. So it will not send to the here. The error, we will get the error here. Something error, if it is the error, we will get the error there. So like that, so we may get the outputs, spool records, everything we will find out from the SP01, SP02. Configuration we have to perform from the SPAD. SPAD is the transaction code where we can perform the configurations, integrations, and everything. So there are types of printers: local, remote, and front-end printing. So how the process flow works means this is the dialog and BTC process. So this is the entire printer administrations. So here OS spooler means the print service. This is the print service, as I showed you, right? In Windows, when you are installing the Windows machine, or after the installation of the Windows machine, when you go to the here you will see the spool. You will give the spool work process here, spooler. This print spool. So if it is a stop working, then the prints it won't come. It will stuck in the printer only. It won't come from the printer. So that is the main important thing here. It won't come from the printer. So let's try to give this printer also. We can also try to give this printer. Just stop the printer service. Just send the printer to output. Then it will throw the error, right? So like that, you can also do some testing, reverse testing also you can perform it, right? So you can also do the reverse testing. So normally when you do install it, the OS printer, there is a printer SP spooler, print spooler is there. That is service actually. That is also we can install it manually. Also we can do the some installation as well. In the Linux machine also we can install it. So if that is not running, then you will not get the output from the printer. Why? Because OS spooler is not running. How the OS spooler send the request to the printer? So it will stuck in the formatter only, right? So that is the sequence it will be followed. Okay. That is the work process, the printer administration. Got it? Any questions from anyone here? With this, we have completed the work process. It's not like that entire SAP we have not completed. Just one bit of piece we have completed in the SAP. So we have many are there. So from tomorrow we will get the some other transaction code, and we are going to discuss about the client administration. It's a very, very, very important topic, client administration. Okay, so don't miss that classes. So it's a client administration. Okay, if no questions, then we can wind up the call for today.